So, when are we going to start this bitch? You want to start this now?
I just want you to know I've never felt this way before.
About a what?
I apologize if I'm moving too slow.
Oh. About a podcast. I've never felt this way about a podcast.
Makes me feel really good inside. And when I hear it, it makes me tingle in areas I've never tingled in.
That's a podcast for you.
That's a dulcet tones.
Yummy podcast coming at you. And we're off. This week has been a very, very busy week for us. Life has gotten in the way of a lot of things for us. And we're actually we're nestled in beautiful Colorado Springs.
Here at Drop Culture Podcast Studios.
Drop Culture Podcast Studios. I'm getting the wooden plank made.
Nice.
Specifically to go above the garage door. So when people are like, where's the Drop Culture Podcast Studios? I'll be like, right over here. It's located at beep, 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 beep. Colorado Springs, Colorado.
That's right.
So what's new in the world this week, Dan? What's new for you?
Oh, well, I was visiting the beautiful city of Dallas, Texas this week.
It's a beautiful concrete jungle.
It's a beautiful, hot, humid... Yeah, it was great. No, I really did have a good time. I was able to go to I'm going to screw up the name of it, but a big shout out to him because it was awesome. I think it was the Movie House and Eatery was the name of it. Got to go see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Was amazing. I recommend it.
Yes.
It was very much a what if for 1969.
Nice.
It was good. It was good.
Like I was saying, Tarantino does that really well.
He does.
He's actually been changing history. Whenever I saw the first preview to this, I was like, how is Tarantino going to change history? There's no textbooks anymore. It's all Tarantino history.
Yeah. Well, dude, if history went this way, we'd have some different heroes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'd look forward to seeing this movie big time. We've talked about it.
I would put it in my top
lot.
5 of Tarantino movies, if not top 4.
My buddy is like I was saying, he came straight out of the movie theater. He was texting me, "Hey, have you seen this yet?" He wants to really talk about it.
Yeah,
because I can't wait to see it.
I'm ready for you to see it so we can talk about it.
Yes, I can't wait to see it. I mean, anything Tarantino does is gold.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is, and he's our generation's Alfred Hitchcock, or our generation's anything, Steven Spielberg, anything. I mean, he's everything.
Well, and I think that he'll be seen more in that light if he gets to make his Star Trek.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he's covered so many genres already, really.
He needs to do horror.
Yeah. Well, Dusk Till Dawn. That wasn't really him directing.
He wrote it,
much.
but it was Robert Rodriguez. Still,
yeah.
Come on. I mean, he's nailed it with that one.
For sure.
Come on.
For sure.
He gave the Tarantino heist part of the beginning, and you're like, wow, this is a great movie so far. And then bam, even better.
Exactly.
You know what
exactly.
I mean? I had that. That was the only screenplay that I think I owned that I bought at a bookstore.
Nice.
It was weird. They came out with the script in book form that you could buy on paperback.
Wow.
Yeah, I had it for the longest time. That's when I was collecting scripts from the early days of the interwebs.
I used to print scripts every now and again because I was writing and I just wanted to get that format down.
Right.
The only actual script I own was bought for me by a friend, and it's the Crow script, and it's signed by Brandon Lee.
It's a very special script.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is something that needs to go inside some plexiglass.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
hung
not
on the wall right now, but it's tinted, in a plastic sleeve, I think.
Tinted plexiglass sitting on a wall somewhere.
Yeah.
To where you could be like, that's Brandon Lee's signature in Sharpie. That'd be awesome. This week in movies, I was really looking at a movie called Ready or Not. It looks pretty decent. The premise for it is not bad. As far as movies going in the theaters, this is that lull period. Again, kind of what we're hitting. Most everything's coming to the video.
Yeah, I think we've got some good stuff. It just depends on what genre you like. Obviously, Tarantino's movie being out's awesome. I know he's not like necessarily I don't want to say he's not a big draw. He is, but it's not to the level of some of the other stuff that we watch, you know.
Right. I think that maybe Hollywood is literally giving him a wide berth to be very successful.
For the amount of people that were in this movie, too, you know, which he always does very well. But, I mean, even the people that are in this movie are already, they don't need a resurgence of their career like a lot of people have in the past with him, you know what I mean? These are people who are already A-list actors. So that's pretty cool, too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And everybody did a great job. There wasn't like one performance where I'm like, this is terrible.
Was there a standout?
I really like Brad Pitt's character, so I think maybe Brad Pitt more than DiCaprio's character.
More?
I mean, he's yeah.
Well, I mean, both of them are powerhouses, and putting them both together.
Oh,
absolutely. Like that, yeah.
But I think it's written that way, though. You know what I mean? So that's your buy-in.
Well,
right there.
you split his last two movies, Django and then Hateful Eight. And then the two major actors in both of those movies, or two of the major actors in both of those movies, besides Christoph Waltz.
Right.
Which, if they had Christoph Waltz in this movie, it would kind of tie everything together again.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome. Christoph Waltz he's awesome in everything that he does now. The Zero Theorem is, if you've never seen that movie, it's a pretty good movie. It's a Terry Gilliam.
Oh, I love Terry Gilliam.
And it's just a wacky, weird.
Wait, you said wacky, weird, and Terry Gilliam?
Yeah,
what?
I know. Yeah. Does that go in the same sentence? Yeah. That should be his middle initials.
Right.
Wacky and weird. About this movie, Ready or Not. Basically, what it's about is like it's a kind of, I guess, a younger bride. She, kind of joins this family full of rich people. Then all of a sudden, they get her to compete in some sort of a game.
So yeah, she's engaged to the son.
Yeah,
is what I saw this as well. It looks really cool. And she goes to meet what will be the in-laws, from what I gather.
Right.
And they get her to play this game in order for her to join the family, is what I understood. Now, I could be completely off, but that's how I got it.
Yeah, but then it turns into a lethal game with everyone fighting for their survival.
Well, and what it is, it looks like they're all just trying to kill her throughout the night, and if she survives, she gets to marry him or something. Like that's the gist I got from the trailer.
Dang.
Pretty hardcore.
Dang.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to make fun of that. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know that you can, man.
You really can't. It's like
surviving the game and why am I having a brain fart? Jordan Peele's movie.
Oh, yeah.
Not Us,
yeah,
the first
Get
one.
Out.
Get Out, yeah. So a little bit of surviving the game and Get Out kind of deal.
Now that you mentioned surviving the game, I was at a thrift store the other day and I had an opportunity to get the VHS. Why didn't I? It would have been $2 out of my paycheck. That would have been one of my sales. that would have been easy. That would have been an easy score for me. But why didn't I get it? That was such a good movie too.
It's a movie I watched many times on the big screen in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Really, surviving? Yeah. That was it's one of those weird off
that mid-90s.
Yeah, and Rutger Hauer was in that too because
Rutger Hauer. Yeah, shout out to Rutger Hauer. I'm not poor Rutger Hauer. He had a great carer, great life, and moving on to the next stage of whatever that is. Great guy.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know him personally. He wasn't a friend of the show or anything, but
not yet. But he was about to be.
We'll have to get a Ouija board and bring him in. Maybe do one of those. We'll bring a medium here and see if we can't get Rutger Hauer to join us.
That would be nice, right? His career was genre spanning, everything like that. He was just such a great actor.
And I think like all the vehicles that like were going to make him a big star were kind of off, you know what I mean? Like they didn't hit big, and that's okay.
Yeah,
I mean, he was still a big star in the fact that he was a very good character actor.
His character, the one movie that I remember was Blind Fury the most.
Yeah,
where he was the blind
I remember.
samurai swordsman.
Yeah, he was Daredevil.
That was awesome. That was a great movie. It was one of those movies that is kind of like in that genre of those 80s action heroes, but it was kind of a little bit different. And it wasn't Randall Tex Cobb in that one too?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, a whole bunch of different people, and then at the very end of it, he catches the pig, is like, yes! Little throwback to The Exorcist or something like that, you know what I mean?
So Rutger Hauer passed, of course, so, Some people would say sad day, but he was 74, moving on. I believe he was 74. I could be wrong on that.
He was in his 70s. Yeah.
But, moving on to whatever the next stage of that is, whatever your beliefs are, whatever his beliefs are, probably more importantly.
Most everybody remembers him from Blade Runner.
Of course.
Which
that's probably his biggest well-known role, I would say.
Yeah, and then Hobo with the Shotgun.
Right.
Did you ever see that one?
Yes, I did.
Oh, man, that was an incredible movie. It was way better than, like, the old dudes movies that they come out with now. With, like,
I don't
Danny
know,
Glover,
man.
the old
The
man,
last
and
old
Danny
dude
Trejo.
movie that I watched was the man who killed Hitler and then Bigfoot with Sam Elliott. And
that movie was incredible.
I enjoyed that movie.
Yes. Such an awesome one-off movie that you couldn't believe how great it was.
And I think, I know that you and I have talked offline about that in the past. I think had they named that something else, anything, The Life of a Man or something,
Yeah.
given just very snippets of what goes on in that movie.
And then you see what happens in it.
And then I think that people would have went and watched it.
Yeah.
I think it could have been a bigger hit. But I think that a lot of times with the lower budget stuff, and I'm not going to say that was a low budget movie, but the marketing's just wrong.
Yeah. Well, it was the same thing I think that Mandy fell with, too.
For sure.
Because both of those came out last year, and Mandy was such a surprising, crazy movie.
Yeah.
Just all together, it was to me is one of the best movies that came out last year. But so is the Man Who Shot Hitler, and then the Bigfoot. I was waiting for that whole movie, and spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, I was waiting to see Bigfoot, and when they showed him, it paid off. I was like, son of a bitch, yes.
I mean, obviously, title, I knew what to expect in the movie, but I didn't know what to expect in the movie.
Correct.
And that was cool.
Yeah, I like the flashbacks, and you don't know what's really what his role is and everything, and then you see it, and you're like, God dang, that was really well put
Badass
together.
dude,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, well put together, and then it pays off to watch that movie 100%. Is there any TV shows? I know Swamp Thing's wrapping up, or has wrapped up at this point.
Yeah.
Which I just don't want to see it go.
Yeah.
Just don't want to. I know we're going to have the new fall lineup coming up, so there's going to be a lot of fall TV shows coming out. This is that month right before, things start. Kids are going back to
popping,
school.
sure.
Yeah, and again, that's why I think Hollywood's kind of. I would like to think that Hollywood has given Tarantino a wide berth,
Right.
to say, hey, enjoy this time. Maybe that's why they release it at this time. So because you see the lineup that it's up against,
Right.
versus his movie. What are you going to go see? You're going to go see a Tarantino flick.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's going to be awesome.
I really, I still haven't seen Midsommar, and I really came close to watching that, but once I saw that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was there, I mean, it wasn't even a contest.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, no.
you got to go see that.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. Tyson, he loves that movie so far. Which Tyson is not here today. It's just me and Dan.
Yeah.
So
So you're our third host today, listeners.
yes, yeah, you're actually part of the podcast.
What was that you said? I agree.
Hey, you just broke the fourth wall. Okay, moving on to new to streaming. As far as what's coming out, the most notable thing to me, I think, is The Punisher from 2004. That's coming up on Netflix on the 17th of August. I liked that. I like that Punisher. I like Thomas Jane's Punisher.
I like that movie a lot. I don't think it's a Punisher movie.
I don't like John Travolta.
He played that part okay, I guess. I don't know.
No.
It was a little cheese for me.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't feel like it's a Punisher movie. It's a revenge movie.
It's a very good Western
and it's very
revenge
good,
movie.
very
Yeah.
good. But
I love the Western feel of it.
sure,
The whole man with no name type of a deal, revenge, like you said. I think Thomas Jane did a great job as a Punisher in that movie.
he did. He did fine.
Did you ever see the Dirty Laundry short that he did?
Yes.
That one, that's the Punisher movie right there too. If they would have let that go after that Comic-Con and actually made more of that, that's Frank Castle. That's the Punisher.
Yeah.
That was awesome. He even has Hellboy in it for a little bit. It's pretty cool the way that they kind of throw that 15 minutes in. They showed it at a Comic-Con.
Yeah.
It was awesome. But I've always enjoyed that movie.
I'm going to recommend, if you have not seen, my favorite Thomas Jane movie by far, and I think we will do it on this podcast at some point because it's definitely drop culture. Not a lot of people I know have seen it, is Thursday. It is a great movie from start to finish. It's just go time, and it's really good.
Nice.
So I think that's something we'll probably cover in a future episode.
Yeah, the one he did for Netflix not too long ago, the Stephen King one, it was like 1914 or something like that.
Okay.
It was a really good one too.
I didn't see that.
It was unusual. And he always does. I think he always.
Which
does
is
that.
odd because it was Stephen King, and I haven't seen that.
Yeah.